I'd like to do part 2 of my tour through Doc's Humidors. And what you're seeing here is my very first cabinet humidor. Now, people buy cabinet humidors when they start collecting more cigars and start buying cigars by the boxes. This was my first cabinet. And I thought, man, this is going to be the be-all, end-all of all cabinets. I mean, man, you can probably put 20, 30 boxes in here. Well, let me tell you, I had this thing filled before it even arrived. You can see that this one, like my other cabinet humidor, has a glass front. Absolutely not necessary, by the way. And in fact, if you're in a situation where you suffer from real extremes in temperature, like really, really cold, really, really hot, probably don't want a glass front humidor or a glass top, because glass is not a real good insulator. It doesn't protect the internal environment. Again, all these things cost more money in a cabinet, glass and locks and all the extra trim and stuff. But basically, this is a box and it's designed to keep an internal environment that's relatively steady. Homeostasis for you biology buffs. All right, so here we are with Doc's first cabinet humidor. And like I said, I had the thing filled. Why? Well, after I ordered this humidor, I thought to myself, wow, I'm going to have all this space left over. I should start buying some cigars. Pretty soon I had all these cigars, and by the time I got here with the new cabinet, got it seasoned, boom, thing was full. So that brings me to Doc's axiom of buying humidors. And this is my axiom. What you do is you figure out how many cigars you are reasonably going to be able to purchase and have all at one time, and then double or triple that amount, and that's the size of the humidor you need. I kid you not. This is an axiom. It's well known, and trust me on this, it happens every single time. So here we have a small cabinet. It has a roll-out singles drawer, so I can keep cigars that I have fewer of. Here's a box of the Delirium by J. Fuego, and you can see it was signed by Jesus Fuego to Doc. Thanks for all your kind attention, Jesus Fuego. And these cigars are a Maduro Lancero. Here's a box of Davidoff Lonsdale Millennium Blend. I really like the Millennium Blend, and the Millennium Blend is Davidoff's strongest widely produced cigar. The Millennium Blend is a pretty hefty cigar, and I just love them in all kinds of sizes, but Lonsdales, Toros, whatever. This is my favorite by Jesus Fuego. It's the Gran Reserva Corojo No. 1, and as you can see, I don't have that many left, but I'm getting down into my second layer. These are the Bellicosos, which is one of my favorite shapes in this particular cigar. This is just a great cigar. Medium to full body, ton of flavor, great Corojo flavor, if you ask me. We've got some Oliva samplers. This Oliva sampler was a rather cool one because it was signed by the entire Oliva family, which is kind of nifty. But inside these, they are a sampler pack of Oliva cigars, different sizes. Down here, I got a box of the Davidoff Robusto Extra Reserva 12. These were one of their recent reserves or limited edition cigars. And then these are called the Super Selection. These are only sold at the Davidoff shop in New York. They're made by Davidoff for Michael Herklotz at the Davidoff. He's a general manager of the Davidoff shop in New York, or both shops in New York. And he's a guy that threw a heck of a party for me at one of his shops there. But this is a limited edition selection from Don Pepin Garcia. And these are all Lanceros. They have the Blue Label, the Siri JJ, the El Centurion, This is a Series JJ Maduro, and then the Black Label, or Cuban Classic, all Lanceros. This cigar is the Indian Tobacco 10th anniversary. This was made by Joseph Fernandez, or AJ Fernandez, for the Rocky Patel Company for their 10th anniversary. And these are a really fine cigar. You may have heard of the Decade, and the Decade is Rocky Patel's 10th anniversary cigar. This one is the Indian Tobacco 10th anniversary, also made for Rocky Patel. The Decade was made by Nestor Plasencia in Honduras, whereas this one was made in Nicaragua by AJ Fernandez. Romeo y Julieta Habana Reserve. You guys that like cigars with coffee in the morning, try one of these. These are bellicosos. But the Habana Reserve is a great morning cigar with coffee. Whew, man, can't go wrong with that. Alright, well, I just got all those cigars back in there, and now we can move up to the top side here. And this is the Eladio Diaz Private Reserve, taken exclusively for Pro Cigar. And it comes in this one-of-a-kind humidor signed by Eladio Diaz. And inside, what we have here is a couple of nice little bundles of cigars. And these, wow, unbelievable. These are just so great. And you can see they come in a couple of little bundles like this. Beautiful cigars. Man, they got so much oil on the wrapper and are just so pungent in terms of the nose on the wrapper. Absolutely great. Just sitting below that is the Serie R Limitada. And this was a limited edition cigar and humidor made for La Gloria Cubana, and that's Ernesto Perez Carrillo, who actually was with La Gloria Cubana, and now he struck out on his own. This is a 2005. I also have the 2004, and over here is the 2006. But each of these were handcrafted by an Italian Cristiano, Gentili Cristiano. And inside, you can see that it has three trays of these humongous cigars. And these are just beauties. And tell you what, it takes a special occasion to smoke these suckers because they're so big. Things are about almost 9 inches long and close to 60 ring gauge. And this is one of the book-style humidors. And inside, you will see examples of the most popular Cuban cigars ever. I mean, you got like the Monte Cristo #2 and the Cohiba Siglos and the Serie D #4, etc. These are some of the most popular styles of Cuban cigars. And of course, they have a secondary band here that is special just for this particular event. There were only about 14 of these boxes made. Only 2 of them were signed. This is signed by Alejandro Robaina, who is the famous tobacco grower. The date that he signed this was 11/23/2007. 11/23 is my birth date. So that's it for part 2 of this tour through Doc's Humidors, and I'll be back sometime again to show you some of my other humidors.